According to the City of Inglewood's August water use page on scpr.org, about 70% of water consumption in the City of Inglewood is residential. Their City Council adopted the Urban Water Management Plan on October 4, 2016, in order to review their current and future water resources and to maintain and establish water conservation programs. One of California's conservation orders, lasting from June 2015 to February 2016, Inglewood's water use decreased by 15.69%. This means that the residents of Inglewood are already familiar with water conservation and will most likely or more willing to adopt new forms of conservation, in this case, sustainable landscaping. Inglewood approved the use of recycled water for street sweeping and sewer flushing. According to the City of Inglewood's official website, this project is the first of its kind in Los Angeles and will conserve about 1.5 million gallons of drinkable water a year. What if we compared Inglewood to the cities of Burbank and Pasadena? According to the City of Inglewood's August water use page on scpr.org, in 2017, Inglewood residents averaged a use of 57 gallons of water per day. That's about 24 gallons of water less than Pasadena, the residents of Pasadena and Burbank. Pasadena residents average 80.10 gallons of water a day, and Burbank residents average 82.90 gallons per day.
Like in many Southern California cities, Inglewood residents have experience with drought conditions. Some things that have been done in the past to combat water waste is the Public Works Department passing an emergency water conservation ordinance in 2014, as well as community efforts like the transformation of the famous Randy's Donuts sign into a message urging residents to do their part in conserving water. Such efforts were successful in reducing water use by 14.8% from 2013 to 2017, but those numbers have been rising ever since. While Inglewood has successfully prevented water waste during a drought, carrying these efforts over into less urgent times can mean conserving water for when it becomes scarce again in future droughts. Comparing Inglewood to nearby cities provides insight into other measures that could be taken to bring water consumption down again. Pasadena's Turf Transformation Rebate Program serves as inspiration for further water conservation efforts. Because residential water use makes up 70% of Inglewood's overall water use, offering a rebate on lawns replaced with sustainable landscaping can encourage residents to take an initiative in creating a more sustainable city. The Pasadena Department of Water and Power also provides educational resources in conjunction with this program, making it accessible to citizens. A similar program in Inglewood could create a long-term reduction of water waste and get residents educated and involved in the process.
According to the publication Inglewood and Lenox Greening Plan, written by Healthy and Sustainable Inglewood Collaborative, published on December 2016, it says the resources that would be required to make this solution successful are water conservation for renters, rainwater tank installation, residential turf removal, choosing native and climate-appropriate plants, rainwater harvesting techniques, irrigation conversion, and creating contour in your landscape. People would react positively to the program because they complained about the water quality for years and want something to be done about it. According to the news article, Our Water is Better Than We Think, published on November 6, 2019, written by Harmony Wortham, asked four people, "How do you feel about the quality of water in the city?" Keisha Green answered, "It's not good. I only use tap water when I cook. I try not to drink too much of it." Naira Stanberry reveals it's absolutely disgusting. It tastes like pennies from the early 1900s. Erin Wilson said, "I've only drank bottled water for the past 5 years, so I wouldn't know." Christian Fraser declares, "I can taste the difference from the tap water versus bottled water, but the water is fine to me. I drop my lemon slices in and drink up with no problem." Yes, my proposed program would change the use of any existing land or resources. No, this would not deprive the community of a resource that is already used because it would actually conserve water. If the program was voluntary, anyone would do it. According to the City of Inglewood Volunteer Opportunities, Parks, Recreation, and Library Service Department, it views the involvement of volunteers as essential to the vision, spirit, and quality of life in Inglewood. Not only do volunteers provide invaluable support to the department staff, volunteers would bring new ideas, energy, and a community perspective to the decision-making process. The department strives to involve community volunteers in park beautification, park planning, fundraising, special events, senior community centers, recreational programming, and internships. Volunteers contribute greatly by improving the safety, aesthetics, and natural values of the city's parks and enriching and expanding the recreation programs offered by the department.
What is the cost to the city/community and the cost to individuals? We don't know. We don't know how much this will cost the city of Inglewood or its residents. However, we can make a very good guess and say that reducing water usage will most likely help save individuals money, but a large project like that on a citywide scale would cost the city of Inglewood millions, if not tens of millions. How can our solution negatively and positively impact the economy? According to the publication Inglewood and Lennox Greening Plan, written on December 2016 by Healthy and Sustainable Inglewood Collaborative, they said unprecedented drought and climate change offers a unique opportunity to quickly and deeply engage the communities of Inglewood and Lennox in the stewardship of precious water resources. The community expressed a commitment to using water wisely and effectively to reduce environmental impacts, sustain local resources, and save money. What is the overall feasibility of our solution, considering cost, resources used, civic engagements, etc.? And what are the specific strengths and weaknesses? I'd say that this project is very feasible. Yes, it might cost millions to the city of Inglewood, but it could help residents save some money, and it would most likely work in helping reduce the effects of climate change on the city of Inglewood. Strength, of course, is better water quality, reduced climate change effects, and a reduced severity of droughts. The weaknesses, however, will most likely be the cost, at least for the city, and the amount of resources that are being used for this project.
This solution increases environmental sustainability because by decreasing use of water on things such as lawns and washing cars, this will help conserve water and increase environmental sustainability by allowing water to be used for more useful things such as drinking, and will allow more water to be put back into the hydrologic cycle. A lot of water is lost from underground leaks, toilets that use more water than necessary, watering grass, and washing cars. If we fix and decrease the use of water on these things, we can save a ton of water and money. It's important that people make sure to check for leaks in their homes and to eventually change to low-flow toilets that use less water. Instead of having lawns, people can replace them with sustainable landscaping to decrease the amount of water used, which can be returned into the water cycle. In an article by Sarah Goodyear, it was stated that Northern Nevada has the largest budget for water reduction in the United States. They have, on a very large scale, gone after outdoor water use. They've realized it's insane to have grass in a desert. It's important for people in California to take this into consideration as well. We live in a desert, so why would we plant grass and other plants that require a large amount of water? The fact that so much water is wasted on grass in California, where it shouldn't even be grown, makes us consider, how do we get people to stop buying and planting grass? As seen in earlier slides, an emergency water conservation ordinance was announced in 2014 in Inglewood,
and this was proven to decrease residential water use by almost 15%. However, there are still many people who have lawns that don't need to, and we need to find a way to inform people of the damage that a lawn can truly have on water conservation. Many people don't care that grass isn't smart to grow in places where drought is an issue, such as California. So how can we get people to care about these issues and realize that a beautiful grass yard is less important than conserving water? The importance of saving water is that by decreasing water use on landscaping, we will increase the conservation of water, allowing residents to use it for more needed things or to save it for when droughts are an issue. Using water-saving techniques will save residents money and will reduce the amount of water taken from rivers and other natural water sources, which will improve the health of the environment.